Hallo liebe Vikings Family, für Know Your Vikings bin ich heute im Gespräch mit Chris Calaycay, Head Coach unserer Dacia Vikings Kampfmannschaft, and we thought it's time to talk about football.
It's about time. It's been a long off season,
Yes.
and we've been working hard, so I'm really happy the season's here.
Right, only a few more days left for the season opener in Ljubljana. Let's talk a little bit about the Silverhawks. It's a pretty new opponent to the league. They just debuted in the league last year. We played them won twice. They were the big unknown factor before the season started last year. So what were your impressions of the team when we met them last year?
Well, I think they did a really good job overall. There wasn't any blowouts or anything like that. They competed very well.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a very good addition to the team. And I know that their quarterback wasn't healthy. He got hurt against us in the first game, and I don't think he was really himself the whole season.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going into this season knowing that they're going to be a tough opponent. They've got some very good players. They have a new coach in there this year as well.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing all that, we're doing our deal with some expectations that we're going to see some different things from the Silverhawks this year.
Taking a look at the statistics last year, I did a little bit of homework, just like you. Yours is more extended than mine was. But statistic-wise, they performed very well. They were number 3 in scoring offense. They had top players ranking in all of the player stats. For example, their wide receiver, Tomson Matic, he had 17 touchdowns, was by far the best wide receiver last year. What is your tactics or strategy to just, slow him a little bit down?
Well, we have to understand where he is on the football field.
Mm-hmm.
89, he's a very good receiver in our league, and having the quarterback back another season is always a big benefit for any team.
Mm-hmm.
So having that combination, they did have 2 imports on offense last year with the running back and the quarterback, Gardner. So they were a very explosive offense.
Mm-hmm.
This year they're not going to have that, but we have to be prepared and get ready. We have to be able to understand that the quarterback can scramble, he can run around, he can make plays. They have a good offensive line, so we're going in this game focusing mostly on ourselves since it's the first game of the season and making sure we're executing and doing our game plan and our techniques correctly. But as in any game, anything can happen. We have to focus, we have to play well. And we have to get after it. It's the first weekend of the year, so I'm sure our guys are going to be excited to play football again.
You just mentioned their quarterback, Anthony Gardner, who also had great quarterback rankings, touchdown, everything. I think he finished 2nd in the ranking after the MVP, Sean Shelton. Now we have a new quarterback, something they don't know, somebody they haven't played against. Is that an advantage we definitely can use, combined with like having Sikowitz as a new wide receiver? Our new and fresh offensive weapons.
Well, I think as a head coach, you're always trying to focus on ourselves and getting better each year. And Kevin's a new addition to the team, and he's a new addition to our offense and a new dynamic that we have in the team. And I think that's been a real benefit. We've seen that in the off-season preparation, but it comes down to a lot of different things: timing and knowing his receivers and getting a feel for his offensive line and the play calling and everything that goes into an offense. I've been really happy with Kevin. Great guy, great leader, and then we have to get on the football field and actually play football. But I expect him to play well as I do with all my guys. So those expectations, that's what we play for, is you go out on the football field and see what happens.
Okay, we talked a little bit about offense. Let's talk a little bit about defense. They have very good defensive back, like the cornerback, Sandy Holo, who had just as much interception as our great cornerback, Louis Horvath. They have really good defensive linemen who had pretty much the same stats like our linemen, like Grunsteidl. Do we meet an opponent, defensive-wise, who is on the same level as we are?
Well, I don't think individual stats for me are a little bit misleading sometimes, and the one stat that does stand out that you talked about was turnovers, and that's a direct relation of pressure on the quarterback as well. So, as a defense, we're trying to do those things, and I know Lewis is a safety, and if you called him a corner, he's a good player, and he's in our Herrsport, and he's been doing an awesome job for us. But from the defensive standpoint, I've been a defensive coach for a long time, and we have to play great defense. We have to get off the field on 3rd down, and we have to create turnovers. So if we can do those things, we'll have a great chance in the football game.
Okay, so we talk a lot about the strengths of the team we are facing on Saturday. I know I'm not forcing you to tell me anything about your strategic tactics, playbooks, or whatever, but can you give us a little bit of hint of what are, the points that are probably, where they are beatable, or at least say, spots in that team where say, okay, I don't want to call it weak, but let's say like those we can address.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about weaknesses and strengths of a team, I mean, that's really goes with the team factor. We've been a staff that's been together a long time. Our players have been together a long time. Silverhawks as well. We have to go on the road, so I think that's a little bit of a disadvantage or an unknown for us that we're traveling for the first time. So strength and weaknesses, it's going to come down to how we play on game day, how we execute, how our guys play. Are we disciplined? I think that's one of the things that we really wanted to address this offseason. Can we be disciplined? Can we stay out of second and long? Can we stay out of third and long? And then we can get off the football field as a defense. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and disadvantages or advantages. I'm not going to take pokes at anywhere. I know this, that we have to play well to beat the Silverhawks. I think that's with any team in the AFL, and that's our goals. Is every down. Play with everything we got.
All right, so how do the last days before the season opener gonna look like?
Well, it's a standard preparation week. We got our camp behind us, and we got some live snaps in, and we got to hit a little bit. We got to hit somebody else besides ourselves. But it is a first game, so there will be adjustments, and the coaching staff is just preparing like we would a regular game, making sure that we have all our calls in, all our substitution groups, and the fine little details that go into game prep. So, I'm just excited. I know our coaching staff's excited. I hope all the Vikings fans are excited, and we're going to go down there and play our best game, and we'll see what happens.
I'm pretty sure we all are very, very excited. Can't wait. Anticipation is sometimes killing you in preseason, so it's time that our relentless season starts, I would say.
Yeah, it's time to go ball, and I'm happy for the AFL and all the Vikings fans out there. So hope to see you at the home game. Maybe some of you are traveling down to Ljubljana. I hope to see you down there. But enjoy the first week of the AFL.
Thank you so much, and good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.